Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a different video. It's going to be more focused on gaming. I had a lot of requests and interest in my Steam Deck since I just got it. I got it about 2 weeks ago. As you guys know, well, if you are a gamer and you play PC games or you buy from Steam, they put the Steam Deck Oled out of stock, which is crazy because it's been in my cart for 2 years. And I know it's been at least 2 years or maybe a year and a half that I've had this in my cart because the address that was on my account when I went to finally check out was my Washington address, and I haven't lived there in a long time. But they said that the Steam Deck Oled wouldn't be back in stock until the end of the summer. So the day I checked out, it was out of stock, and I was like, oh my God, I should have checked out last week because I was just so on the fence. And I really wanted to treat myself to it because life has been hard. I've been parenting alone a lot, and I just was falling out of love with my Switch. I have a Switch 1, and the Switch 2, 1 is hard to find right now, and 2, I didn't feel like it had enough to offer because I made a list in my head about what I loved about my Switch, and it's portable, it's by Nintendo. I played Nintendo for a long time, my entire life. So it was like a nostalgic feeling to me. But when I made out my list, the majority of the games that were on my Nintendo Switch were third-party ports. It wasn't Nintendo games. I have one Mario game that I don't really play anymore. I played it when I first got it, but not anymore. Legend of Zelda, Pokemon Legends Arceus, and that's it. The rest of them were ports and things that I could have on Steam, and it's an OLED screen, the one that I have, so the display is different, the screen is bigger, it's more vivid, there's more to do. I can screen record my games on here, so if I wanted to show you guys gameplays of games that I were playing, if I wanted to show you scenes of me dying back to back in certain games, or just anything, I can do that. I can screenshot, I can browse, I can do whatever, because it's literally a portable PC, but it's made for gaming. So I got the Steam Deck Oled. I ordered it maybe 3 weeks ago. It got to me in about 5 or 6 days. It did take a little while, and the tracking was hard to follow because 1 minute it said that it was nearby, and then it said it was a couple states over. So it was kind of hard to follow, so I just didn't follow it for a while and just looked out for it on the day it said it was supposed to be delivered. So I got my Steam Deck. I've been playing it for a couple of weeks every single day, and it's been game changing. It's been a lifesaver for me. It's still worth it, I believe, in 2025. I've been seeing videos asking if it's still worth it. This feels like a huge upgrade for me because I've been playing the Switch 1 for like 4 or 5 years now. This has been a huge upgrade to me, and I haven't even explored all the different things that it can do. I've strictly been using it for gaming. I haven't even screen recorded anything, but it's been really fun. I've been able to collect different trophies on the games that I've been playing, download a bunch of games that I would otherwise play on my PS5 or something, and play it handheld if I want. So that's amazing. The graphics are amazing. It's like being in a movie, and it's so immersive. I love it. So I've been getting a lot of questions and interest on my customization. And because this isn't that kind of a channel, it's not a strictly gaming channel, I didn't record myself dressing it up. I was having a really bad day that day, which is very common for the last couple of months for me. So I was having a really bad day that day, and I had forgot that I ordered this, what do you call it, a case customization kit. It took about 2.5 weeks to get to me, so I completely forgot about it. So I was having a really bad day, and I came upstairs, saw it, I didn't know what it was, and I unwrapped it, and it made my day completely. So this case was about $20. I will link it down below if you're interested. It came in pink also. I got the purple one. I forget the name of it. It reminds me of Hello Kitty. I don't know if I want to call it Kuwait or Kuromi. I can't remember. Sometime last Christmas, or Kuromi. This is the cup that I have. It also has a top, but I misplaced it. My son has been using this a lot, way more than me, so I just thought about it. I haven't seen that top in a while, the lid for it. But it came with a wooden lid and a straw, but I believe her name is Kuromi, and I believe that this is based on that character. So this is it. This is my customization kit. This is the back. My son loves it. Purple cat, that's what he says. That's the back of it, and here's the front. It came with all of this. The stickers for the trackpad. This is which you can use as a mouse. It's on both sides of the Steam Deck. They came with both of these button covers. It came with the stickers that you could put around your other buttons here and these buttons here. All of this is included. Also on the back, these buttons, the R5, L5, these buttons on the back, I've never used this. I haven't ran into a game where I have to use this. I'll go over the games that I've been playing lately also, but they came with these buttons. These have a bit of a grip, if you can see. So it's very nice to the touch. And it came with double-sided tape to stick these to the back R5, L5 buttons on the back. So it was pretty comprehensive. I would say the only con is this case in particular is meant to fit both the regular Steam Deck and the Steam Deck Oled. But I have noticed that it is a little bit loose, as you can see. And this is the OLED model, so I think it might be a touch bigger than the original. So it is a little bit loose. It doesn't fit as tightly, but it's not much to complain about. But I think if the regular Steam Deck is smaller than this one, it might be even more loose. But I absolutely love it. If I didn't love the Steam Deck already for the last couple of weeks I've been playing it without this kit, it's only been a day. I got it yesterday. I customized it yesterday. And I uploaded my short yesterday of showing you guys what it looked like. But this has made me love it even more. It's such a joy. I love looking at it. I love even holding it up in the camera. I love it. It brings me so much joy. And I just really think that the hot pink and the purple looks so good. This exact case is available in pink if you like a more pink aesthetic. And I think it's like hot pink and light pink for the trackpad, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna link it down below if you wanna take a look. But this is gonna be a really short video because I just wanted to go over the case because I've been getting a lot of questions and a video request as well. But yes, these pads are very comfortable in my opinion. That'll be up for you guys to decide once you get it. So now I'm gonna get into the games that I've been playing lately if you're interested. And I'll go over how the function has been with the case versus without. So on my PS5, I've been playing this really hard game called Lies of P. And it's based on Pinocchio. It's a very dark Pinocchio story. And you're playing like this puppet who is trying to become a real man. Lots of zombie puppets, clowns. It's a lot. And I die a lot. And I haven't played it in a couple of weeks. I haven't played it in maybe a week and a half since my son turned 3 years old, which is on July 3rd. I stopped playing because I wanted to have a good week with him. And so I stopped playing the day before his birthday. And so when my Steam Deck came, I started playing this game called Yum Cookstar. This is what it is. I got this on sale in the Steam sale, and it's probably the best cooking game I've ever played. So I jumped into Yum Cookstar immediately after my Steam Deck came. It helped me wind down. I was raging a lot on Lies of P. That game is so hard. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to pick it up again. I love the game. I love the story. I do recommend it, but don't expect to just breeze on through it. Even on the easiest setting, it is super hard. I died a lot. And then there were some bosses that I won quickly. And I just could not believe it. I thought I was dying. It would say something like eliminated across the screen. And I was like, wait, how am I still fighting if I died? Because I was so used to dying constantly on repeat that I just I couldn't believe it when it said that I actually beat the boss on my second or third try. So there were some bosses like that. Then there were other bosses that were like super rough and hard to get through. The entire game, aside from the bosses, are hard to get through. It's the hardest game I've ever played. It's a Souls-like game. It is so difficult. Hardest game I've ever played. I haven't given up just yet, but I have taken an extensive break. Usually I play my games all the way through and then start another one. That's the exception. That game was the exception because it was just so rough. And I like to play my games to unwind and escape. And that one was just like sitting my rage through the roof. So I started playing Yum Cookstar. This is my favorite cooking game. It's like you're in a cooking competition almost. And the recipes, it's like a higher end recipe book or something like that. I don't know how to explain it. But you're cooking things like falafel pita, unicorn things, like s'mores grilled cheese. It's like all of these recipes. And as a chef back in the day, these recipes actually make sense. The order of operations that take place in this game, it all makes sense. They all seem really real. It seems like something I can duplicate in real life. The measurements, because you have to measure your ingredients, all of that just seems real. These are actual real dishes that you can make. And I thought that was really cool. Sometimes when I play like cooking games, especially when they're stylized like this, they seem like not realistic. You're adding unicorn glitter to make something, you know what I mean? Or whatever. This seems really real. You're making everything. You're making things like Greek food, you're making Korean food, you're making noodle dishes, you're making desserts. And there's different kinds of levels that you can attain, different trophies. You get silver, gold. You have to master all the recipes in gold before you can go into the tournament phase of the game. It is so cute. It's a cozy game, but it can be challenging. If you like cooking games and things that can be kind of mindless, but also kind of mentally stimulating, I love that game. Yum Cookstar. And I almost got it on my Switch before I decided to go ahead and get my Steam Deck. Glad I got it on Steam Deck. The graphics are amazing. The colors, everything in this system is great. I haven't gone into the tournament phase. I wanted to jump into Hollow Knight because Hollow Knight is my favorite game of all time. It's an indie game. It came out, I want to say it came out 10 years ago. I played it for the first time 4 years ago, and I had never heard about it before then. It was one of those games on my Switch that I had just purchased my Switch in 2021, so I was late to the game anyway. I was living by myself. I wanted to play video games, but I didn't really know what I should get, and I didn't want to pay so much money to get like PlayStation or whatever. And around that time, PlayStation 5s were hard to get. So I ended up buying this for like $5 or $6 on the Switch store and on the eShop. And I had no idea what it was. I had never heard about it. I just saw that it was one of the most purchased games or something like that. And it just kept coming up. And I was like, okay, it's like $5 or $6. Let me just go ahead and get it. And it took me 3 weeks to beat this game the first time I got it, because since it was an unfamiliar game, it's an indie game I had never heard of, I just spent my time wandering around trying to figure out what to do. So like for a week and a half, I was just wandering around the same area late at night because I was like bored. I was in my bed living by myself. So I would just like pop this in and play it. And I was like, I don't really know what this game is about. There was no clues. There was no sense of direction. I just knew I could smack bugs around. So I would really just wander around smacking bugs for a while every night until I stumbled across Green Path, which was another area on the map. And I started fighting my way through there. From there, I ran into Hornet. I battled her. I stumbled into Fungal Waste, and I opened a stag station. I opened a bank. I opened all kinds of different things. And slowly but surely, it took me 3 weeks, but I beat the game and I figured out the story, and I went to all of these different areas on the map. I found different abilities. I stumbled into entirely different things completely by accident, and it unlocked another thing. You know what I mean? So it's one of those games where it is one of those things that you might want to go in blind. If you ever played Hollow Knight, unless you absolutely have to, I would not go online to look at gameplays for this game. Not a lot of people talk about it in real life. Not a lot of people know about it in real life on a day-to-day basis. Everybody knows what Mario is, right? Everybody knows what maybe BioShock or something like that, Borderlands. People will know that game. But after I played it, I was so blown away by Hollow Knight that I did go online and find a bunch of people who were playing this game and uploading their gameplays. And it's like it has a cult following. There's so many people who love this game just like me, and they play it over and over again, and they become like kind of experts on where to find things, how to beat it in a certain amount of time. It took me 3 weeks the first time. This time around, I'm at 99%. The only thing I have to do is go beat the final boss, and then just beat Troop Master Grimm, and I found the other 3 things to upgrade my Grimm child. If you have never played this, you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. But there's a lot of free downloadable content for the game. It's not like other games where you have to pay $3.99 or whatever for the DLC. All of the extras that they have built since the game came out, and they've added things on for Halloween and different things, the Pantheon, the Godmaster, things like that, all of it is free. So when you buy this game for like $14, $7 on sale, $6, whatever, you get all of this content. And there's so much in this game, and it's so fun to explore. It's very challenging at times. It's a platformer. And it's like a side-scrolling platformer, but it doesn't even, once you're in the game, you can't even feel like it's a platformer like that. It just feels like an interesting world with different characters. It's so much in this game. This is my second time playing it. I forgot, because it's been 4 years since I've played this game. I forgot a lot of it, but I was still able to beat it significantly less time. I've only been playing it for like 5 days now, and I'm almost done. So what I will say about this particular cover for the Steam Deck, it is made of silicone. So if you're playing a game like Hollow Knight or something that's battle heavy, if you have played it and you went into the Coliseum of Fools, if you're playing it handheld, I'm more so a handheld gamer, but I do love playing my PS5 as well. Playing on the Steam Deck in those battle heavy areas like the Coliseum of Fools, you would have sweaty palms because these fights last a long time and they're very battle heavy. They can be very intense the further you go along. Your palms get really sweaty. So when this was bare naked, it would get some slippage because of the sweat on my palms. But with this one, I can still feel the sweat, but it's not getting slippery because it has more of that silicone texture to it. But when you get into those battle heavy moments here, whether you're fighting a final boss, your palms will get really sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, and it can set you back on the boss fight. I'll say it like that because without the grip, you're slipping around, you're constantly wiping your hands, you're trying to stay engaged in the fight, but it gets kind of uncomfortable. If you game handheld, you know exactly what I mean. When you're really in it and you have to be locked in, having that sweaty palm is the worst because it's like you're working so hard to get through that mission. Playing it on here, with the grip, it was uncomfortable at first because I'm getting used to like the texture of here. I don't really use my mouse pad much with Hollow Knight. I used it more with Yum Cookstar, and I don't really use these. But the grips on these, if you can see, they have these little, it reminds me of Braille. When you're reading Braille for the blind, if you know what I mean. That's what that texture feels like. So it helps me when I'm playing, keeping my hands right there. I'm able to hold it way better. It took a minute to get used to the size because it's significantly bigger than the Switch. And if you have small hands like me, this can be a little hard to hold and maneuver. So it did take a little while to get used to it. And it can be very heavy as well. So I usually play it when I'm just sitting down and it's propped up on my lap or on my knees. I don't play it like this because your arms can get really weak doing that. But this has been a great experience. I do recommend this. Again, it does get a little bit loose. I love the color. It makes it less boring because the Steam Deck is just completely black. I think I did film myself unboxing this, so I would show it to you. Hopefully I still have the footage because this is not that kind of channel, so I didn't know if anybody would be interested. But I do recommend this. It did take a while to ship, but it doesn't take away from the comfort. It's just very beautiful. They make a ton of different grips for your Switch, or even the Switch 2 has some grips that came out, and the Steam Deck. So if this isn't your jam, I do recommend getting something because it does make the playing experience more comfortable. This was comfortable without it, but just the way this feels with all of the different textures around it, it just really made the experience that much more comfortable and beautiful and all of that. But I just wanted to pop on and give a quick little tour of this. Hopefully I can do some close-up shots. This camera, it doesn't always want to help me out with the close-up, but it is just such a beautiful system. I love the system itself, and I really love this cover that I got for it. Even the textures here with the fire going around it, when you're holding it like that, you could feel all of that. It just makes the experience so enjoyable. I really love this. I'm glad that I went ahead and got it. I was on the fence and I thought I was gonna get the pink, but purple is one of my favorite colors now in adulthood. It's one of my favorite colors. So I believe this is Kuromi. If you can see it, it looks similar. It has a similar color scheme, the hot pink and the purple. So I will link it down below. I forgot what it was called. I just like the color scheme. So it could be Kuromi, it could be something completely different. But that is my customization and all the games I played. I love that a lot of people in this community do play games. It's not as many as the handbag community, but some of you do like handbags and gaming. So that's very comforting because I do like making gaming videos where I talk about it, even if it doesn't get a lot of views. But I did want to come on and give you a little bit more detail of this case in case you're wondering. And Steam Deck Oled is back in stock, and so is this cover. So I will link it down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any more requests, let me know. I'll be happy to do it for you. Talk to you later.